you want to learn parts of speech but don't know where to start? Then you are in the right place. Hello Setswana student, dumela moithuti wa Setswana. Today we are doing parts of speech part 1. In Setswana we call them Dikarolo tsa puo. This lesson is dedicated to Setswana students, so I'll be using Setswana most of the time. But if you're a beginner, you can watch. I'll try my best to translate to English where possible. Let's look at the different types of speech. Dikarolo tsa puo. We have Leina. In English, it's known as a noun. Leemedi, a pronoun. Lediri, verb. Iri, dihlaudi, matlhalusi, makopani, conjunctions, maetsisi, interjections. So if you are new, don't forget to subscribe to join the Setswana family. Let's start. The first part of speech is Leina. It's known as a noun in English. Leina ke lereo kgotsa lebitso la sengwe. It is part of speech that is used to name or identify things. Ditlhopha tsa maina, groups of nouns. There are many, but in this lesson, we are going to be covering only 2, which is maina tota, proper nouns, and maina kakaretso. Let's get into them. Maina tota, proper nouns. Ke maina kgotsa mareo a batho kgotsa mafelo. These are names of people and places. A simolola ka ditlhakakgolo. They always start with capital letters. Dikai, examples, Mogomotsi, my name, which means comforter. You can see that I've started with a capital letter. Gaborone, the capital city of Botswana. Zimbabwe, Kineilwe, which means I've been given or gifted. Maung, one of the major tourist attractions in Botswana. David, we all know this name. Don't forget guys, reading Anna Simulaga Ditlhakakgolo. They always start with capital letters. There are many of them. Write your name in the comment section. I've done a video that I've dedicated to just these names and their meaning. You can check it out. I'll put it on the screen and link it in the video description. Maina kakaretso. Ke maina a akaretsang dilo. These are general names of things. Dikai, examples, Udi, a goat, Koloi, a car, Monna, a man, Mosadi, a woman, Ntlo, a house, Buka, a book, Setlhare, a tree, Lefatshe, a country, Ngwana, a child, Kgomo, a cow. Remember, unlike proper nouns, which is maina tota, these ones don't always have to start with a capital letter. They only start with a capital letter when they start a sentence. Like I said, these are general names for things. For example, Koloi. We all know that there are different types of cars. Toyota, Mercedes-Benz, Audi, and so forth. So, let's do a class exercise. Itutuntsho, to test our understanding. The instruction is Kgwarela maina mo dieleng tse di latelang. Underline the name in the following sentences. The first sentence is Malome o rata go ja nama. Malome o rata go ja nama. My uncle loves to eat meat. In this sentence, we have to underline maina, nouns. A noun is a part of speech that is used to identify the name of a thing, a place, or a person. So here, the person is Malome. So we are going to be underlining, sorry about that. We're going to be underlining Malome. That is the first thing. So let's look for the other noun. The other noun is nama, which is meat. So we are underlining meat. Good. Now let's get into the second sentence. Ngwetsi ya gago e bonolo. Ngwetsi ya gago e bonolo. The translation for this is, your daughter-in-law is kind. Now let's identify the noun in this sentence. Ke lefe Leina? Ke ngwetsi. So it's used to identify the person, daughter-in-law. The next sentence, nna ke o lumilwe ke ntja maabane. Nna ke o lumilwe ke ntja maabane. My younger sibling was bitten by a dog yesterday. So let's identify the nouns in this sentence. The first noun that I see is nake, which is my younger sibling. So let's underline that. Which one is the second noun? What is used to identify a thing here, or a place, or a person? Nja is used to identify a dog. So that is the second noun. The last sentence, Gaborone ke toropokgolo ya Botswana. Gaborone ke toropokgolo ya Botswana. This means Gaborone is the capital city of Botswana. So let's identify the nouns. So like we said, a noun is a word that is used to identify a name of a thing, person, or place. So the place is Gaborone, which is the capital city of Botswana. So let's underline that. What else is a noun here? Toropokgolo. It's a general name. It's a city, so it's also a name. So let's underline Toropokgolo. There are so many capital cities. The last one, noun, is Botswana. It's a name of a country. So let's underline that. Since it's a proper noun, it has started with a capital letter, even if it's at the end of the sentence. Sorry about my paper moving. That is our class exercise. Let's recount the nouns that we identified. Malome, which is my uncle. Nama, meat. Ngwetsi, daughter-in-law. Nake, my younger sibling. Nja, a dog. Gaborone, which is the capital city of Botswana. Toropokgolo, capital city. Botswana, which is a country. Lefatshe. Let's continue. The next part of speech that we are going to cover is a pronoun. Leemedi. This is a singular name for it. When it's plural, it's maemedi. Pronouns. Ke karolo ya puo e dirisiwang go emela leina mo seeleng. It is a part of speech that replaces a noun in a sentence. Let's get into examples of pronouns. Dikai tsa maemedi. Here, the ones in black are maina, and the ones in the green color are maemedi. Let's get into them. Motho, a person. Leemedi la teng ke ene. So in English, a person can be either a man, a woman, a child. In English, they are gender specific. So it's him or her. But in Setswana, we just use ene. Even if it's a man, monna. Or even if it's a woman, batho, people, we use bone. Also, even here, it doesn't matter the gender, we just use bone. Seemo, a situation, we use sone. It, lohong, a log, we use lone. It. Dikgomo, cattle, we use tsone, them. Borotho, bread, we use jone. Normally, jone is used for words that start with bo, whose prefix is bo, so we use jone. Kgolo, a thing. We use gone. Koloi, a car. We use yone, it. Now, let's see how we can replace nouns with pronouns in sentences. Ka fa Leemedi le emela Leina mo dieleng. Nna ke o botlhale. Nna ke o botlhale. My younger sibling is intelligent. So, the noun here is nake. So remember, like I said, the noun for people in Setswana, irrespective of their gender, is ene. So it's going to be ene o botlhale. He or she is intelligent. The second sentence, baruti ba rata moopelo. Baruti ba rata moopelo. Pastors love chants. Baruti is a noun, so it's going to be bone. Moopelo, chants, is going to be replaced with one. The sentence will then become bone ba rata one. Boroko jwa phakela bo monate. Boroko jwa phakela bo monate. The morning sleep is very enjoyable. Remember what is said in the previous slide. Words that starts with bo, their pronoun is jone. Therefore, our new sentence is going to be jone jwa phakela bo monate. The last sentence, koloi ya gagwe e ntšha. Koloi ya gagwe e ntšha. His or her car is new. So the noun here is koloi, which is a car. So we are going to replace it. It's going to be yone. Therefore, the sentence is going to be yone ya gagwe e ntšha. I hope these sentences help you understand how we use pronouns to replace a noun in sentences. Let's continue. We are continuing with learning how to use pronouns in sentences. In this section, we are going to learn how to use pronouns and nouns to show emphasis in a sentence. Go dirisa Leemedi le Leina go supa kgatelelo. Leemedi le kgona go dirisiwa le Leina go supa kgatelelo. A pronoun can be used alongside a noun in the same sentence to stress emphasis or to bring force in a sentence. Dikai, examples, ene malome o ile ka sane. Ene malome o ile ka sane. The direct translation for this is him, my uncle, went to Kasane. So in Setswana, when we do this, the noun is always alongside the pronoun. So make sure that the noun and the pronoun are related. Don't just use any random pronoun for the noun next to it. Another one, bana ba jele one motogo maphakela. Bana ba jele one motogo maphakela. The children eat the soft porridge in the morning. This is a direct translation. Just like you see, motogo, the pronoun for motogo is one. So this brings stress or emphasis in this sentence. Go supa kgatelelo mo seeleng se. The last sentence, nkgonne o ntheketse jone borokgwe jo bontle. Nkgonne o ntheketse jone borokgwe jo bontle. So our noun here is borokgwe. The pronoun is jone. Like I said, when the prefix for a noun is bo in Setswana, normally the pronoun is jone. So the direct translation for this sentence is, my older sibling bought me a beautiful trouser. But remember, like we always say in our lessons, we don't do direct translation in Setswana. So this just showed you, like the first section, we learned how to use a pronoun to replace a noun in a sentence. Here we used a pronoun and a noun to bring emphasis in a sentence. I hope now you understand. Let's get into the class exercise to test our understanding. Let's get into the class exercise. Instruction. Kwala maemedi a maina a latelang. Write the pronouns for the following nouns. The first noun is nja, a dog. What's the pronoun? Yone, good. So remember, for animals, most of the time the pronoun is yone, it. The next noun is bolao, the bed. B-E-D, the one that you used to sleep on. What's the pronoun? The clue, like we said in the previous slide, nouns that start with bo, we said the pronoun is jone, good. Next noun, mabele, sorghum. What's the pronoun? Good, it's one. The next noun that we should replace is basimane, boys. What's the pronoun? Good, bone. Remember, like we said, for people, the pronoun in Setswana is bone, irrespective of their gender, as long as it's plural. The next word, sekere, a Caesar. What's the pronoun? Great, it's sone. The next noun is mokwadi, an author. So this is a person. What's the pronoun? Wonderful, ene. So for people, we say if the person is singular, we always use ene, irrespective of their gender. Unlike in English, where males it's him and for females it's her. In Setswana it's ene, as long as it's singular. And when it's plural, we say we use bone. The last noun, motse, a village. What's the pronoun? Great, one. I hope now you have understood how to use Leemedi go emela maina, to use pronouns to replace nouns. Let's get into the last part of speech of the lesson. Lediri, verb, when it's singular, but when it's plural, it's madiri, verbs. Lediri ke karolo ya puo e supang tiro mo seeleng. It's a word that shows action in a sentence. Dikai, examples. So the verbs we are going to use today are the ones that are in present tense. And when verbs are in present tense in Setswana, they normally end with a. For example, tsamaya, to walk, raga, to kick, pula, to open, apaya, to cook, emelela, to stand up, siana, to run, akanya, to think, rema, to chop or cut, especially firewood, kwala, to write, lela, to cry, gama, to milk. Of this one we are speaking about cows or goats. Fela, to sweep. Disa, to head, livestock or cattle. Opela, to sing. Roka, to sew, clothes. Lema, to plant or plow. Tega, to laugh. Utswa, to steal. So these are the examples of madiri, verbs. So these ones, like I said, they are in the present tense. In the future lesson, we'll do them in different tenses: the present, the future, and the past tense. So since this is a beginner lesson, we'll just do them in present tense. Like I said, when they're in present tense, they normally end with a, just like you can see from here. Let's continue to the class exercise to test our understanding. We are about to come to the end of the lesson. Let's end it in a special way with a class exercise. Ithutontsho. Instruction: nopola lediri mo dieleng tse di latelang ka go lekgwarela. Identify a verb from the following sentences by underlining it. The first sentence is Ntsalake o rema dikgong. Ntsalake o rema dikgong. My cousin is chopping firewood. What's the verb here? Lediri ke lefe? Good, it's rema. The next sentence is baithuti ba kwala ditlhahlobo. Baithuti ba kwala ditlhahlobo. Students are writing examinations. What's the verb in this sentence? Good, it's kwala. It shows that they are writing. That's the action. The next sentence, Rakgadi o apaya dijo. Rakgadi o apaya dijo. My aunt is cooking food. What's the verb in this sentence? Good, it's apaya. Remember that we said our verbs always end with a when they are in the present tense. Let's identify another verb in the following sentence. Ditau di ja nama. Ditau di ja nama. The lions eat meat. What's the verb in this sentence? Wonderful. It's ja, which means to eat. Dikgomo di nwa metsi. Dikgomo di nwa metsi. Cows are drinking water. What's the verb in this sentence? Lediri ke lefe? Good, it's nwa, which means to drink. The last sentence, re lema mmidi monongwaga. Re lema mmidi monongwaga. We are planting maize or corn this year. What's the verb in this sentence? Good, it's lema, which means to plant. So we underline it. Let's look at our verbs once again. Rema, which means to cut or chop. Kwala, which means to write. Apaya, to cook. Ja, to eat. Nwa, to drink. Lema, to plant or plow. I hope now you have understood how to use verbs in sentences. We have come to the end of our lesson of Parts of Speech, Part 1. Dikarolo tsa puo. Today we've learned a lot about Leina, Leemedi, and Lediri. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and also turn on the post notification bell so that you don't miss my future videos. Also, comment with your name in the comment section. Don't forget to follow my TikTok account for song translations and daily Setswana phrases. Also, please like my Facebook page for more Setswana lessons. Until we meet again in the next lesson, goodbye. Sala sentle.